Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss about another example for the touch command, where we will see how we can utilize touch command in order to update the timestamp of a file. Okay. Now there is one question like what are those scenarios where we can update the timestamp for the given file? Okay, and why we need that? Okay, so that thing we are going to discuss. So if you remember in our last session we discussed a process through which we use in that session we used touch command in order to create blank or empty file, right? So today we will take another example for that, and we will see how we can use the same command in almost in the same format but for updating the timestamp. Okay, and what are what would be the difference if we use both things, like because once I explain you the command, you will see that it is the same thing that that we were using the in last session, but this time it is not update, it is updating the timestamp, not creating the file. So what's the reason? Okay, so that thing we are going to discuss in this session. So to make it very simple, firstly let me show you the requirement, and we need some directory and files for the demo purpose. So let me show you that. So for that you can simply write here work lnk. What work lnk will do, it will open the work with object link command. Okay, now here you can see we have the directory, and this is my by default directory, which is /home/sharmit. Fine, in your case it would be different, like /home/abc or whatever your username is. Okay, now from here you can see we have multiple files and directories. For example, I want to see the directory which is okay, let's focus on this one, okay, xyzabc. Okay, this is a directory. Let me take example of this abc.txt. Okay, so this is the file which we have used previously. Now if I take option 8 here to display the attribute, you can see now we are in the location /home/sharmit/abc.txt, and these are the attribute. Now if I do page down, you can see we have some creation date as well as last access date and time. Okay, so we have a couple of timestamp here, like for first one is for creation date and time, second one is for last access date and time, third one is data change date and time, and fourth one is attribute change date and time. These all are representing the timestamp. Here you can see we have the ddmmyy format here, sorry, mmddyy format is here. Okay, so means month, then we have day and year, and similarly here we have hour, minute and seconds. Now let's say you are working for a project and there is one need to update your timestamp of a file. It could be, there could be any reason. Let's say if there is any system which is just reading the currently updated files, so in that case, instead of editing the file, what we can use touch command in order to update the timestamp. Okay, so this is the requirement. I hope requirement is clear. Now I'll quickly show you how we can implement the same through qsh command. So for that, just keep a note of this timestamp, because once we run the command, it will change the timestamp. Okay, and also focus on these all date. Then you will see that yes, only there is one date which will not change, other date will get changed. So let me show you that. So for that, I'm just copying this file name, which is abc.txt. Now here you can write simply qsh. What qsh will do, it will open the qshell command entry. Qsh means qshell command entry. Now here you can simply write touch space, then your path of the file, which is /home/sharmit/texture. I think it is in Sharmit location only. Yeah. So touch, then /home/sharmit, and our file name is abc.txt. Now, here some of you might be thinking like this is the same command which we used in order to create the file. Then what is the difference? The difference is that if your file is already present in a particular location, or if your file is already existing, then in that case it will update the timestamp. But if your file is not present, not existing, then in that case it will create a new file. Okay, so if your file is already there, it will uh, update the timestamp. But if your file is not present there, then in that case sorry, if your file is not present there, then in that case it will create the file. And if your file is present there, then it will only update the current timestamp. Okay, so let me hit enter on this command. Make sure to provide the command in the same manner as I'm doing here. Touch, then a space, then path of the file, and file name with extension. Now hitting enter. Once I hit enter, it shows me this another dollar symbol, which means the command has been executed successfully. And as there is no error occur, that means the command is executed properly. There is no issues with the command. So it means our data should be modified. Let's verify it. So to verify it, I'll take F3 from here. Now I will simply write here work mbr, not work mbr, work lnk, then enter. I think double L is there, work lnk, yeah. So now this is my location, which is where my file was there, slash home slash Sharmit. So I will simply look for my file, which is abc.txt. Yeah, here it is. Now if I take option 8 here for displaying the attribute, and if I scroll it down to the timestamp, you can see this file has been updated. Where? Not the creation and date time. You can see create date time or creation date time is same, because this is showing when the file was created. It is showing the current timestamp when the, not the current timestamp, it is showing the timestamp when the file was created. Then for the second one, last success date time, it is showing me the today's date, which is 28th March 2024, and time is 4:31:27, because today at this time this file got changed. Likewise for data change date time, it is updated. Attribute change date time is updated. Okay, so this is the best way to use touch command in order to update the data time, date and time. Now there might be one question from you guys, like what will happen if I run the same command again? Will it update the timestamp again, or it will keep it as it is because date is already changed? So let's see. Just focus on the time. Time is 4:31:27. So now what I'll do, I'll simply go to qsh again. Here I can run the command, which is touch, then space slash home slash Sharmit, and my file name is abc.txt. It is updated. Okay, means command is run successfully. Now we can simply go and let me refresh this data. Yeah, so you can see this time data has been changed, not the date, because date is current date, so which is correct, but time is changed and it is now 4:33:47, 4 hour 33 minute and 47 seconds. Okay, that means every time when you hit this command, it will update your current timestamp for the file. Clear? So yeah, this is a way through which we can easily utilize the touch command in order to update the timestamp of a file without affecting anything. Okay, now I'll quickly show you how we can execute the same thing through clle program. Here you can see I have already created one program which is to update the timestamp. Firstly, you need to declare a variable. So simply take dcl, provide your variable name, type, storage, and length. After that, you can simply write chg provide your variable name. Command is touch space slash home slash Sharmit text Sharmit abcd.txt. So this is another file, okay, but it will work accordingly. Okay, so if I hit enter, so what it will do, it will update the timestamp from for abcd.txt file. Then we are simply doing strqsh to run the command and providing the variable. So what it will do, it will update the file. Let's see, calling this program is called. Now just to verify, let's go to work lnk again and here if you look for the directory texture myth, inside this we have abcd.txt. So you can see it has been updated for the date 3/8/24 and the time is 4:35:22 seconds. Okay, so yeah, I think now it is clear how we can use the touch command in order to change the timestamp or update the timestamp. Make sure, make a note of it, like there might be some interview question like what is the difference between touch command when the file is there or file is not there. So you should know the answer. Okay, so yeah, I think we are good for now. So in the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.